What is up, legends? What's up, Rainstorm? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a great one. I'm serious, you guys are gonna love this video. This is basically some Pathfinder gameplay. I've been working pretty hard on learning this character and understanding how to use the grapple well. So if you've had answers on how do I do that thing where I'm just jumping across, flying on buildings, looking like Spider-Man, 360, 180, and finishing people when they don't even know I'm there, this is the video to watch. I'm also gonna talk about the best weapon loadout in Apex Legends, because sometimes you just get a little lucky. I just got Revive. Then I land and get a Peacekeeper, and I will soon have an R301. So this is probably, and in my opinion, the best weapon loadout in Apex Legends. My Badu Pingu, this guy right here, just revived me at the respawn beacon, and I know someone's up top, so I'm going to swing up to the top ropes, and this is what you need to do, guys. You see that little 90-degree angle turn? I did that to be able to get myself some leverage and roll up to the top of the building from the bottom. So much mobility on Pathfinder is insane. I know somebody is shooting at me, but I don't know where. I'm waiting, patiently going to use this again to get the high ground. That's the key. And now they have dropped, and I know where they are. I am the hunter now, no longer the prey. A little flick shot as well, a little flick of the wrist, and we clean her up. So that's one kill to start things off. Things are looking good, and now we are in Skull Town in early game with an R301 and a Peacekeeper. We're pretty much in the best situation possible. Gonna throw this grenade here, try and bounce it off the wall. Not sure if she's gone far enough. And I'm gonna slide and just use some movement to get around the corner to see if we can find them. Seems to be maybe a different team. That player did die instantly, and now we know someone is in here. I can see the lifeline running away as well, trying to slide in. I think she's around the corner, but she's gone again. The lifeline's so hard to get. I could use my grapple here, but sometimes if you grapple in too small of an area, you'll actually hit your head. So I like to do this and kind of give myself a wide breadth of movement to be able to chase down someone and also just get vision. That's the big key about Pathfinder. If you can do this and stay above your competition, stay in the high ground position so you can see where they're at, you're going to be so much more successful in these fights. Another little slide when we see the Bangalore right there. I cannot believe I missed that shot. It looked like I would have connected there, but unfortunately do not. Again, going for the high ground and now grappling myself to a safe distance just to medkit. You can use this defensively. You can use it offensively. I thought I actually would have seen someone else, and luckily, because I went to the medkit that distance, I've seen where the lifeline, who I was chasing, has now just run to. So a crazy little squad who's kind of like engaging and disengaging in some very interesting ways, but again, trying to go for the high ground. This time I miss it. You got to be careful about your angles that you approach. You cannot use it at any certain angle and make sure that you're just going to get pulled. You may have to go more direct on some if it's too sharp, and that is another thing to be aware of as well. Now I swap out my blue because it's broken. I don't have any shield cells, so I actually get 2 shield cells by just swapping to a white. I can come back to it later, and here's the lifeline that we were looking for. The R301 hits her for about 36 with the headshot. Switch to the Peacekeeper, 74 in the dome, and 26 to send her home. That rhymed, and I wasn't even trying to do it. It's still early in the morning. We get the shield cells. We finish off that freaking very lame lifeline that was trying to kill me, and hopefully we show you guys a cool grapple. Woo! Right back to the blue armor, which actually, where's the blue armor? Oh god. Oh god, no, did someone take it? No, I think I actually left it over here. So here it is. Here's the blue armor. And now I can go back to it because it has the most amount of armor. I want to go back and pick it up and then use my shield cells, right? So that was a great use of finding the resources on the map and quick swapping. As you notice, when I killed that first lifeline, the fight was still going. And a lot of people will say, Rain Day, you know, should I stop and loot during a fight? I've heard that that's a really bad idea. The answer is yes and no. Sometimes you should and sometimes you shouldn't. And the point when you should is when you realize that there might be a huge significant upgrade that will help you to win the next fight. Whether you're out of shields, you're out of meds, or you just have a Mozambique as your sidearm and you want something a little bit better. What happened for me is I ended up getting an R301. That's the reason I won the third fight in this engagement. I had better weapons. That's it. If I had a Mozambique, I'm not sure I would have been as confident chasing down the lifeline in the Bangalore. But as you can see here, the mobility on Pathfinder is really what makes him so OP, guys. And when you're able to traverse in this high ground, one of the big tenets I talk to people about, and I've talked already about, but I just want to elaborate on, is high ground in these games. What does that really mean? It just means that, you know, in Fortnite, everyone talks about high ground. In Apex Legends, it's the same thing, and there's nobody who gets it better than Pathfinder. Essentially, it's not only vision, because high ground is vision. It allows you to see everything below you, which is why I like landing roofs on Skull Town, in Skull Town quite often. But the other thing about high ground is that it gives you a bit of respite not only to take vision onto what they're doing, but to just slow the pace of your fight down a little bit. A lot of people rush into fights in Apex Legends, and when you have the high ground, you can see all of the information. Someone has to approach to you. The other benefit of high ground, not only with patience, with seeing the entire fight, is that their head is exposed to you. When they're running up a staircase, the first thing that you're seeing is their head. So you have a better chance of hitting their body, their headshot, and just landing more of your ammo onto them versus you, who might just be peeking, popping, and they don't have any clear vision on you until you decide to show yourself. So you get full control of the fight there. Right here, it's time to rotate. Already got 2 kills and 8 squads left. It was a pretty hot drop in Skull Town. Like I said, I died earlier. My buddy Badu Pingu actually cleaned me up. This is a squad of randoms. And so do not believe that, you can't find some dope players in randoms. It is definitely possible. And it's something that you guys should consider. Don't just leave whenever you die instantly, because I honestly, I AFK'd. I was like, all right, let me go get a drink of water, but I didn't leave. And then I ended up getting respawn, came back, and now we're here. So it's a pretty cool situation if you're able to do it. We see the respawn beacon over there, though, and we saw the dropship. So we know someone is around. I'm going to use this just to maneuver and actually get very close to the edge. Don't take any damage quite yet, but I know someone is fighting, and I think they're fighting up there because that's the Pathfinder beacon. Using the R301 from distance is so important, guys. This thing is a laser, and if you could do this, you are going to pressure out a lot of people. I shot from the left, so I just want to change up my position and try to find a way to pressure them out where they don't know I am coming. We know there's at least 2 squads there fighting, and that information is important. Now, this is a fight. This is a certain position where anybody else besides Pathfinder might be a little difficult. We throw an arc star, and we just use a little movement. Every single time we do an action, if we get shot, we try to use a little bit of movement, heal back up, and then get back into the fight. But because the rotation's still happening, we've pinged them, and we know I've gone over into the defense. I can now be offensively ahead of both members rotating because of that grapple. The mobility that Pathfinder can bring, we get another kill there. It is just absolutely insane. I use the trade out of the shield in that one because obviously I don't have to use any shield cells to heal. So however, it seems like it's already been traded out or something, or I guess maybe I don't know. It seems like it was still hurt. No, there we go. There, I'm good. Okay, so I got a nice blue shield there. And everything's looking nice and good. But again, see that being able to go from the defense to the offense, being able to be in the back line into the front line, these are the things that Pathfinder brings to the team. And not only that, when you're using the zip line, that is a huge component of Pathfinder success. The zip line, although I don't use it as frequently as I sometimes tell people to use it, I think it's something you could pretty much use on cooldown, especially if you're trying to get aggressive. A lot of people try to go for these high kill games. Maybe you, as a player, just try to go for a few kills. Maybe just try to get a win. That's all good in my book. You guys don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. But at the end of the day, your zip line is on a very low cooldown, one of the shortest cooldowns in the entire game as far as ultimates. I do just don't look at that grapple, guys. Don't look at that one, okay? All right, not everything is perfect, okay? Sometimes you can't overshoot this thing, but the big key is that, one, when you're doing this, you want to angle yourself. So you want to turn to the right or turn to the left, depending on where you're grappling from. Then, at a certain point, you can't turn too far. I believe it's like a 90-degree angle, and there's a few great guides on this on YouTube. I happen to be watching a lot of Frothy's when he did this Pathfinder guide. It blew up. It's over 1 million views now when Apex Legends started, and it kind of taught a lot of the basics, and then I've just kind of learned it from practicing myself. But basically, you grabbing that corner and turning yourself out either to the right or to the left. When you hit the crouch button again, you will be released from your swing at whatever angle you're at. So depending on where you want, whether you don't want to start, losing your momentum, whether you're trying to go to a straight line, whether you're trying to wrap around, you could actually hold on to your grapple as well, not press anything, and you'll get kind of like buoyed back, so to speak. You get, kind of back and forth, and it'll be very interesting. Sometimes it's a little weak, but sometimes it's actually quite funny and actually very useful in a fight to go back, forth, back, and then have people be like, what the heck is this dude doing? And it looks like you're kind of doing it on not on purpose. Sometimes that's definitely the case. The biggest thing I think to learn, though, with Pathfinder is the jump after the grapple lands. This was the biggest thing for me to change the level of mobility the Pathfinder grapple gave me, and I should be showing it to you guys soon. The second you hit your grapple, you're going to see like a clamp. There's a little moment where it turns orange and clamps into the actual ground. Once that happens, you want to jump. If you jump, like you see there, you will gain a tremendous amount of air that you normally wouldn't have, and you'd be able to traverse over long distances of the map very quickly and gain an insane amount of momentum. I should be able to show you here as I'm trying to do it to catch up with my teammates. Let's see. Actually, I don't know. I think I'm just looking. I think I'm looking right now. This should be a good spot to do it. So we do it. We're able to jump, and you see this whole distance I'm able to cover. Now, if the rock wasn't there, I would have been able to slide, keep even more momentum. It's a really strong ability to be able to maneuver, and this is one of the best things about the grapple. But there's one even better thing about the grapple that I think you guys got to know that I love and I do all the time. Give me 1 second, though. Oh, my gosh. Allergies, my man. Allergies. Super sorry about that, guys, but you know, sometimes it calls. It has to be taken care of. But, you know, the best thing about the grapple, in my opinion, is trolling people by pulling them to you. It's actually one of the more fun things to do. And there are a lot of clips that I've shown in my channel in different videos of being able to pull people with the grapple to you. It will hit opponents. So start utilizing that, especially if you have a gun. It'll set up for a very easy headshot with a shotgun. It will just pull people and totally throw them off guard. It still is not a common thing. I almost have never had that happen to me. So if you do it to someone else and you start making it a part of your routine, you will definitely get some surprise kills. Just make sure you do it with a purpose. Sometimes you could do it for that last shot. Maybe someone's running away and you hit them with a, you know, like I said, a shotgun. Maybe you don't have a gun, but they're 30 health from dying, and you pull them and you just kick them, right? You kick them when they run in. That's also viable, and I've done that before. Now, going into this last part of the game, we're 5 squads left, and we realize the circle's a little smaller. Using that insider knowledge with Pathfinder, and here's that jump I was talking about. You see, just jumping after, we're able to finally find out where some enemies are. But this part of us, you know, rotating has really been about trying to find more squads. And in that mid game, instead of, you know, since we have good gear and great guns, I would suggest you guys try to do the same. We see someone shooting over there, and someone's at the bottom. Someone's also at the top. I've got an arc star as well, and I'm a little vulnerable, so I'm trying to apply some pressure, guys. And there's the race. She's running away. We can see that she's creating the portal as that little blue flare is flying behind her, and now she's gone into the void. And I'm trying to Pathfinder grapple just to get close to her. The R301 knocks her down, and we know there is at least one more teammate. There was somebody shooting down below, and I rotate very quickly to get the angle. We get about 30 damage onto the shield, and it is an epic shield as well. So this teammate is pretty geared up. We don't know how much health he has beneath that, but we still know that we're still working on the shield as he melts through. I get aggressive as well. He slides down, and it's a blood hunter trying to go around. Now I'm looking for the shot. The headshot, can it come? And it is there. We finish off the kill, and we get both. We get the double trouble there as the precision choke with the Peacekeeper does us well. A couple of shield batteries, medkit, so we get a little bit of health there, and then we're able to get back up. 3 squads left, but that was a great finish to the fight. And that was also a well-taken fight because we also were able to not only acknowledge, you know, where they were very quickly as we were rotating, but also then immediately apply pressure, not getting caught, you know, looking like we were the ones who were, you know, basically the fodder. Because when you're sliding on that Pathfinder zipline, a lot of people who have decent aim will be able to predict where you're going and finish you off. It is not something I guarantee everyone do. It is relatively dangerous, especially if you're going in a straight line. You could be giving up your life just for an aggressive zipline. I would not try to do it. The grapple is more than enough movement. 3 squads left, not sure how many players as well. Love that Apex does that because you don't know if it's just a single player. You don't know if it's just a full squad of 2 teams. There could be 5 players. There could be 2 more players left. There's at least 1, though, and we get a couple of shots onto him with the R301. Notice the movement every single time, and we get 39 damage as well onto the epic shield. So 2 players here, and we're trying to finish them off. I do have a couple of grenades, and there it is. We get the headshots, and we get a ton of damage and break the armor, and now he is in trouble. We down him. Pwn Jangles gets pwned, and it's time to rotate over. We know there is 1 more player. He gets eliminated, and that kill goes to me as well. My teammate downs him, finishes him off, but there's still someone over by the fog. It's slowly moving in, and we're trying to make sure that there's nobody on R6 when we start to rotate into the circle. We got to finish off this Pathfinder. I believe that's what it was, and I'm looking to see where did he go. Did he drop down like the Bloodhound did? And there's the shots as well. This is bad news bears. I don't know if I'm actually in a good position because he took off a little more shield and health than I would have wanted. If he pushes me here, I'm probably dead. So this is very risky of me. I could have done a syringe. That might have been the most effective, safest play to be able to get back into the fight and have at least a little bit of health. Going to shield up as well here. knowing that he's got to push. Something has got to happen. We've hit him a little bit, and unless he has a ton of meds, he is not going to be safe here in this zone. Maybe he's trying to run away. Maybe he took the longer route, so to speak, but flying crates, he goes down as well. That is a kill. We're going to use the lifeline, drone of compassion, and just heal up as our Wraith, Badu Pingu, has very handsomely placed a beautiful portal right next to us, guys. So as you can see, so much of the mobility, so much of just the pressure that Pathfinder can bring to the table, it's just such a fun thing to utilize. And I can see that, you know, not a lot of people have mastered this, but hopefully this video is giving you some ideas on how you might want to be utilizing the grapple, how you might want to be utilizing your Pathfinder decision making, and honestly, how you might want to be prioritizing some of the weapons you come across, the R301 and the Peacekeeper, when you have the precision choke as well. Plus I have a level 3 shotgun bolt, is super strong, guys. I just love the finishing potential it has. The R301, nothing better in my opinion to give you not only close range potential, but also medium to long range poke and pressure. It is a laser from distance. And right now what's funny is that I literally have 0 light ammo. So that entire fight has utilized all of the light ammo, and maybe that's why the Pathfinder really wasn't able to do his thing. Just didn't have enough ammo, and unfortunately, I am all out. I have a fully kitted R301 going into the last fight of the game and 0 ammo. So let's try to find some of that as well, because that would not be a good way to end this one. We want to end on a dub for everybody, especially starting out the day, getting our Friday going. Hopefully you guys are having a good Friday as well. Let me know what you all are thinking of doing and what you like about the video thus far and what you want to see more of. Do you want to see more focus on like gameplay tips and things like that? Do you want to see more videos focused on weapons and things like that? I've been very hesitant to go into gameplay because I can go into gameplay whenever. I wanted to try to push myself on the channel to do content that isn't gameplay. And, you know, we could always do this and have a great time. And I do plan on playing quite a bit this weekend and getting some great games for you all. So maybe it's just as simple as, you know, what champion or what legend you'd like to see next. Or maybe maybe, hey, I'd love you to focus on this in this gameplay, or maybe create, you know, more of an atmosphere for this type of experience. Because right now we're just high-flying action learning and then throwing all the stuff that I can out at you. The other thing to talk about is the hitbox changes for the Pathfinder have seemingly been impactful. Now, the reason I say seemingly is because it's hard to tell, you know, when you're getting shot at, it's hard to tell how many people, oh God, that's, so let's go next, please. It's hard to tell how many people are shooting at you and missing, but the Pathfinder used to get hit by a bunch of random things. And right now, I will tell you this, playing Pathfinder, my God, how many tier 3, you know, armors have I just found? My goodness gracious, man. This early game drop would have been really good. It feels like no one really came market. But this Pathfinder hitbox is much better now, and I honestly do not feel like people are shooting me when they shouldn't. I almost feel like it's almost I've been given the benefit of the doubt. I don't know what change happened, but it feels absolutely amazing, and it's definitely something to try out. If you've kind of slouched on Pathfinder, I would 100% say go ahead, give him a try as we head into this potential final circle there. I wanted to just see if there was any more light ammo, which is why I was being very aggressive going into the circle, but it doesn't look like I have any. So again, only a Peacekeeper. That's the only thing that kind of worries me. No R301 at all, and only a Peacekeeper. I mean, I love the gun as a sidearm, as a finishing tool, but to only have that, I may not be able to contribute to my team from the range I've been doing it, which is a little unfortunate here. Hopefully that's the last one of the video. Again, sorry guys, but at the end of the day, you know, a man's got to do what a man's got to do. Allergy season, you already know. I tweeted the other day, too, on my Twitter. You guys want to follow at Rain Day Gaming. I feel like the best supervillain that has not been taken advantage of is Dr. Pollen. I mean, anyone who has allergies knows what I'm saying. Try doing anything like saving the world, being aggressive, you know, just having focus in life at all with allergies. It's just so dang hard, man. Superman would be taking L. Spider-Man, no way. If they had to sneeze while trying to swing through New York City, this brother would be falling day in and day out. There's no way Dr. Pollen takes L's on this one. I think he would be an OP supervillain. And everyone's like, but what if they take Allegra? You can't take Allegra against Dr. Pollen. You can't just have, you know, because he's on Krypton, say he's immune. No, they get allergies. His whole power is allergies. They definitely get allergies, okay? His power is no matter who you are, even Superman, you can get some allergies from me. And that would really be an OP power, in my opinion. All right, we'll talk about that a little bit later. This is the power of the R301, guys. The range, I just love it. We see the final team as well. And we're continuing to be flexible. Notice after I shoot, when I'm reloading, I'm always trying to move. This is a really good example so that you're not standing still and reloading, making yourself a simple target. My movement is not even close to as good as it can be, but I know that it's something that I've continuously looked to improve on. Gonna throw a grenade. We have a lot there. And the Pathfinder grapple, because I jump, is able to get me into another zone of cover. And now we have a great place to throw some grenades from. I throw one, I throw another, I throw a third, I throw an arc star, I throw another arc star. Oh my god, 250 damage off the bat, and the lifeline's already knocked down. We know it's a legendary knockdown shield. We saw the glimpse, and now we see ourselves as the champion. GG's, ladies and gentlemen. What an explosive end to that one, literally. And I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Also, shout out to Vadu Pingu and Second Opinion. Cool thing in this new patch, I actually got a chance to have them re-invite me right after this and play a couple of more games. We didn't win, but it was a lot of fun to see that feature working out. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you want more. That is the best way to support the channel. As always, my friends, never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you all next time.